Hey guys, welcome to the third episode of my FIDE Road to 2000 series. And in this episode, I'm going to cover the third game that I played in the KNSB. This time I played with the white pieces. The first time that I played with the white pieces, we're going to look at the game here in front of me. Once more, I'm going to tell you what this series is all about. I'm going to review the games that I play in the KNSB and RSB, so the Dutch chess federations, and I'm going to just show you what type of games I've played, and just going to take you through the games. And the ID you see behind the names is the FIDE ID of the player. So if you want to look up how strong the player is right now or what type of player he was, you can do that, and which opponents he faced, of course. One of the things that I want to do in the future is one of the things that I can't do right now because I don't have a FIDE rating yet, is that I'm going to show you my FIDE rating and the updates that are going to be on my FIDE rating, of course. What the goal is, of course, to get a FIDE rating of 2000. And I'm just going to take you through the FIDE rating that I had at the point of playing the game. At this point, when recording the video, I don't even have a FIDE rating yet. I do have a KNSB rating, but that is different from FIDE rating. And at the point of playing the game, obviously, I also didn't have a FIDE rating yet. So at this video, I'm not going to tell you anything about that yet, because there is nothing to tell about it. Okay, let's get into the game. There is e4, and like I mentioned, I'm playing with the white pieces here. So the first time playing with the white pieces, which is nice. My opponent played b6, which is obviously already a bit of a unique move. Usually you have to put your pawns into the center. So this is not really this probably has some sort of name, but I don't know. It's not really something that I'm familiar with or face a lot. So I was just, okay, I'm just going to take the center, which is what you have to do in chess. So I played d4, he played bishop b7, I played knight c3, he played e6. And now, lately, I've seen this more and more. And I kind of started recognizing it more and more, and I'm lucky. I'm actually happy to see that I played the best move here, or put the book move and the best move in this position against this player, because what happens if you play, let's say, knight here, for example, he can go here, and I think that's actually quite difficult to counter, because now you have to defend this and you have to go here or something, and then if he takes here you get double pawns, and it's just a little bit of a different type of structure. Not bad at any means for white, but a little bit different. So I played a3, stopping that ID entirely. He played knight f6, I played bishop d3, and he played d5, and I played e5. And like I mentioned, recently I've seen this more and more online, this type of opening. And recently I kind of figured that this is the whole idea. This position, by playing the e6 here, is some sort of opening. I'm not exactly sure what the name of this opening is. I'm gonna look it up. Owen's defense, it says. I'm not sure if that is something that is accurate or whatever. But I've like I said, I've noticed this more and more, and it's a pretty tricky opening, but I managed to play through it pretty quick, pretty good. And here I played e5, which is the best move, because after this e5 he has to go knight d7, and now, of course, here in this position I was already very happy with my position, and as you can see by the eval bar, it wasn't for nothing, because it's already plus 1.2 for white here. It's a very nice position for white out of the opening. So yeah, I was kind of happy. I was like, okay, yeah, this is nice. So knight f to d7, I played queen g4, he played c5, I played bishop g5, he played queen c8, I played f4, and yeah, f4, also a very nice move. I'm very happy with f4, and I'm very happy that that is the best move, because obviously this just hangs an entire pawn. But I was just happy that I kind of figured that f4 had to be a good move, because you have to keep the pawns into the center. If you ever takes here and I have to take back, there's like extra pressure on this pawn, and it's not really looking very good. So f4, very nice move, cx d5, and now knight b5, which is not the best thing. The best thing would have been to go back here and attack like this. I was like, let's attack with knight b5. He played bishop a6, which is also not the best thing, but also not particularly very bad. I took here, and he played queen c5, and I kind of figured he was just gonna take here and kind of ruin my pawn structure. I was like, okay, this is not very nice, but it's okay. And Then he played knight c5, and I was in this position. I was already looking like, okay, this is a mistake. This must be a mistake. There is something here that I can do tactically, which wins me the game. And this is my first ever brilliant move in a classical chess game. So very nice. I mean, in the external games, of course, because in the games of my club, I probably had a few brilliant moves already. And yeah, like I mentioned, this is the brilliant move. It is knight xe6, and the funny part about this is that I had calculated an entire sequence in my head, and I was like, okay, I'm winning, but I forgot one move that made it not winning, and I actually skipped over a mate. So yeah, that's nice. So knight xe6 is a brilliant move, and I'm going to just show you why it is a brilliant move. The reason why this is a brilliant move is because after taking back, there is queen h5, and after going here, there's bishop here, and this is a checkmate, which is a pretty difficult checkmate to see. The reason why this is pretty difficult is because it almost looks like he has enough pieces to block and he has some sort of counter attack, but it's just everything is covered. My queen is giving the check, my bishop is covering the other square, so there's nothing to block with. It is just a simple checkmate. But for some reason in this position, it just didn't cross my mind at all to play queen h5. It didn't cross my mind. I didn't see the move even. I didn't even think about it. Which is obviously not very good in a classical game. I mean, in a classical game, you have to see every check in the board. I mean, at this point, if you look at this position, this is a very tactical position, a very difficult position, of course, but very tactical. You have to look at every single check there is on the board, of course. That is how you get become a better chess player. Because what I still, especially in the first year that I played at my chess club, but still do pretty often, is I see a tactical vision in my head and I think, okay, that's winning, and I play it without looking at other better opportunities. And especially when you're playing a classical game, you have a lot of time to think about stuff. You have to just simply look at every single opportunity and every single check and every single line there is. So yeah, what I had calculated in my head is the following. In my head, I had calculated queen xe6, bishop e7, b4, and whatever he does, if he goes here, for example, I can just block, and whatever he does, I am just going to win the game, because he has only this move to save it, and then I can take this knight, and this is just fine. Even if you take here, I mean, something like this is just, just winning for me still. There's a rook hanging, of course, so that's probably not very good. So that is the exact line that I had calculated in my head, b4. And then my opponent played knight f8. Yeah, chess is, that is why, I still do this quite frequently in my road to 2100 elo on chess.com, that I play a tactical sequence thinking I'm winning, and I miss one move, and I just don't calculate far enough, and I don't look at every single possibility that my opponent has. Knight f8, obviously, if you're looking at this entire sequence, like this entire b4 stuff, it is very difficult to see that there is knight f8, a backwards knight move. After a few moves of calculation, it gets a bit messy in your head, of course. But this is just a very good move. This is just a very, very good move, because now if I take, he just takes here, and even if I take like this, this is just good for black. He takes here and he's threatening some stuff. I have to, I don't know, just very good for black. So yeah, I kind of felt bad after knight f8. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, how did I miss this move? How did I throw this advantage that I had? How did I get from a decently good position to this situation? And I kind of realized that I have to take here and trade everything off and then play this game. You don't have to take the bishop here, but you kind of have to, get into this sort of game. And here he is just a little bit better. And yeah, a very difficult position to play here at this point. For white, I am down a knight for 2 pawns, so not completely the worst thing ever, but definitely very difficult to play. And what I just try to do here is be as solid as possible, get my pieces as in the best squares possible. And I got into a little bit of a dubious situation here with the double rooks and the knight being kind of stuck. However, from this point forward, after a bit of shuffling, there were a lot of tactical things that were happening on the board here. And I played rook h3, first move, trying to go here. And as you can imagine, you're playing in a chess hall. It was just in some sort of building, school, something like old school or something, with a lot of desks and chessboards and just a lot of people, old men playing chess, and you know, a few youngsters. I'm a little bit, of course, young, 28, so you know. But I was playing like a kid. I think it was like 15 or something, 15 or 16, something like that. Not too old. Probably born in like 2000 and what is it, 8 or something, 9, 8. So, okay, so like I mentioned, one of the things is that you are playing there. It is very stressful, very tiring, and you have been playing for hours. And in this position, it is already 3 hours or something, and most of the people are already done with the game. They're coming over to you, to your board, to look at it. And yeah, that's something. That's definitely something. You're playing there, a lot of people watching, and it's very difficult. A very complex end game. I can't. I mean, the amount of time you can spend talking about this position with all the different things there are to consider, it is insane. I would make a video well over an hour probably, because there is just so much going on here. But yeah, I was trying to make it difficult for my opponent. Let's keep it at that. And my opponent played knight f8. And yeah, like I mentioned, the kind of player I am is that I don't know a whole lot about different structures, different positional teams. I don't know a whole lot about openings. I am the kind of player that gets into such a position like this and just scans through all the different possibilities quickly and sees that there are multiple things that are going on, and some difficult to find moves, which are very difficult to counter, like king b3. Is obviously my strong suit, and the reason why this is so difficult is because if he moves this, for example, this is now obviously hanging, so I might be able to, I don't know, maybe I'm able to take here, for example. I'm not, but you know, like stuff like that. I don't exactly know what the reason was that king b3 was as good as it is here. But yeah, like I mentioned, so this happened in the game, by the way. Okay, so I probably thought king b3 was good because after moving the rook I can take this pawn, which is decent. But I thought that after this and this it wasn't as good, which is probably true. Yeah, this is good for him, so that's why I took with the knight. And apparently here there's still something for him. I'm obviously threatening now, if he does, well, whatever, I don't know. Let's say he goes here, I can just go here. Let's say he goes here, I can go here. So yeah, I'm obviously threatening some stuff, trying to win some pieces. So after knight x d4, there's apparently one move for him that is very strong, which was knight here, apparently. And the reason is because, okay, so the reason is if I go here or here, there's a fork. That's probably the reason. So here's a fork, and same goes for this. There's a fork, and if I get off this diagonal, he just takes. So that is something I missed, but okay. He missed it as well, which is nice. He played knight d5, and yeah, from this point forward, I kind of took the initiative again, and I kind of showed why it is good never to resign and just to play on and just to keep fighting. So I played f5. Not the best move. Apparently the best thing was just rook f3, which is, I don't know, don't really understand that move, but okay. Well, okay, obviously this pawn is hanging, so you defend the pawn, but okay. It's a bit counterintuitive because you want to keep this threat here. If the knight ever moves, you want to be able to take here and stuff. But however, I played f5. Gx f5, however, isn't the best move for my opponent. He should have played knight here right now. And then if I go wherever, let's say I go here or something, there is maybe some sort of trickery, I don't know. So okay, so however, my opponent took with the g-pawn here, and I took with the knight, and here I got some nice tactics in. And this is also a move that I'm very proud of. This move, the next move that I'm showing you, it is c4. So obviously now that the king stepped down, he is losing the guard of this d8 rook. And with low time, with a lot of people watching, with a lot of time playing the game and being very tired, I found the move c4, which is very nice. The reason this is very nice is because if he moves this knight, for example, I'm just going to be able to take here, and I'm going to be able to be up a rook. And yeah, like I mentioned, c4, very nice move. In a very difficult situation, I was able to find it, and then I took with the pawn, which is also good. He took with the rook, and now another very nice move, rook x e3. And the reason why this is another very good move is because now he can't keep guarding this rook. He has to step out of the way. And the beautiful part is, even if he goes here, everything is protecting each other. At least this is not protected, but it doesn't matter. If I go here and you take, I can just go, you know, anywhere. So a very nice sequence. This is exactly what happened in the game as well. He took here, I took here, and then he went here, I went here, and I offered a rook trade. He didn't take it. He just resigned, and yeah. So yeah, a game in which I had a tactical, actually in tactical win, I had a mate in 3 on the board. So a game in which I had a mate in 3 on the board, then I missed the mate in 3. I thought I had a winning position, I did not. Apparently this is still winning, this is still a winning position, but only if you go bishop takes, yeah. And then if he takes with the queen, what do you do? Do I just take here? Yeah, okay. So that was the best continuation after that. And however, I thought b4 was winning. Well, you know, I mean, the rest is history. So a game in which I had a good position out of the opening, then a tactical oversight. Thought I was winning, I wasn't winning. He found the best way to continue. He was winning. Then he went up to be quite better. I think he was, yeah, it was minus 3.3 here. So he definitely had a very nice position here. And then in a very difficult and very complex endgame, because 2 rooks, 2 knights for both parties in an endgame, or at least I have 1 knight, but two rooks, 2 knights versus 2 rooks, 1 knight and 2 extra pawns is a very difficult position to play with time pressure. So for both of us that was a very difficult thing, but yeah, like I mentioned, and then in a very clutch endgame I managed to get some nice moves in and some ways to win it. And yeah, that was my 3rd game, and I managed to win it. And now I was up, I won 2 games and I had 1 loss. So yeah, still no official rating, but a very decent start to my road to 2000 FIDE. And yeah, hopefully you guys liked this video. Hopefully you liked this game, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye.